Decking the halls may be a thing of the past, but we are still gonna keep doing vinyl hauls. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian. For those who are new, hi, welcome. This is the final month of the year. Amen to that. Let's close on with it and move on to the beautiful next year that 2026 is gonna be. That being said, I am gonna go straight into the December vinyl haul. Let's start with our very first artist here. She is a legend, everybody knows that, and if you don't know who this artist is, you might as well be living under a rock. Adele, 30. Admittedly, this is the album that I least know by Adele. I know there's a song that's kind of lo-fi vibes, All Night Parking, and it's an interlude. This album's pretty solid. I've heard it in passing. Adele in her true glory talent. People may say she is sticking to what she knows, but let's be real here. If you're an established artist like her, you don't really need to prove anything to anybody. I like to see her explore more genres, of course, but this is still a pretty good listen. Let's see what is inside. This is the track list on the back. Let's see. This is the insert. There's another insert actually. These are the sleeves that hold the records, but they're just pretty inserts now. We inner sleeve them. If you want to know how I inner sleeve them, I have a video for that. This is a good album overall. Let me show you the record though. I do like this color. You could theoretically say it's not a color. It comes in 2 LP white. There we have it. We have Adele with 30. Moving on to our next artist. This is Danny's. I like some songs here. There are bangers and something new, something different for this artist, which had reached a certain point of stagnation in their career. This was like a breath of fresh air for this artist. This is Iggy Azalea, End of an Era. This one has a pretty colored vinyl. I really like this. It's a pretty exciting color. Some of the highlights for me: Emo Club Anthem, STFU. I like Brazil. We got here the era. Let's see the inserts. The credits, and this is the poster. This is not a poster. This is an insert. Time for the real movie start of this specific album. Look at this. So they're a bit different. So I'm gonna show both. One has more red, whereas this one's more blue. I'm excited. This is one of the most interesting records we have up to date in this collection. It's like a swirl, but with red and blue, like the different ones. Let's move on to our next trilogy. We bought this. At the time, they were repressing it and we needed it. We don't know when this is gonna be available again. They all came in a hefty box, so let's just rip it up. This is Yours Truly by Ariana Grande. So this was my introduction to her. At the time this came out, I was a huge Victorious fan. I knew who Ariana Grande was. The moment she sang, I was sold. Who even is Tori Vega? Like, she was the lead actress, singer, but everyone else was kind of better. This does remind me of Mariah Carey, and it was heavily influenced and inspired by her, so I understand the classical type of music that is in this album. I love side A so much. Honeymoon Avenue is such a beautiful song, as well as Baby I, Right There, Tattooed Heart, Piano, Daydreaming, The Way. A lot of these are bangers. This is the back, by the way. This is the gatefold. There's not much else. I guess Ariana isn't really that proud of this era. I think it's an objectively good era, especially for a beginner. Oh my god. This is gorgeous. I mean, shows up as clear on camera, but you don't understand. This is virtually like a white smoky marbling. It's such a nice detail. It appears much better in person, I can assure you that. Moving on to the next of the trilogy, we have My Everything. This era of Ariana Grande is kind of like a cluster of a lot of things. This isn't really her most cohesive work. It sounds more like a playlist more than anything, if I'm being real here. Full banger. This album has one of her biggest classics of all time. There's Problem, which was kind of her explosion / introduction. Pretty fitting that we had Iggy Azalea earlier on. One Last Time, Break Free, Love Me Harder. This is full of good pops and songs. This is definitely a solid piece of work by her. So let's open this. This is a track list in the back. This is a gatefold. It's like a divider. Oh, I'm not ready for this one, guys. Oh my god. This is insane. It's half split. I don't think I have one of these. Oh, I do actually. I do have the split Wicked, but with clear instead of green. Thoroughly impressed. I really like this. I really do. I'm gonna close up. Not her most artistic piece of work, if I'm being honest here. We got her final piece of work. I'm excited to show Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. This piece of work, she notoriously hates it. She doesn't like it. She's in her Glinda era. But this is easily her baddest era, hands down. She really gagged the world. Like, this is the same girl that did Yours Truly. She is very vulnerable on this album, especially the second half. That last half is her most iconic, easily. I know there are the singles, but can't help but gag over Breakup with Your Girlfriend and More. Like, she really took it there, and that song has aged like milk in her personal life. We have to give our dues where they are. And the album in general was iconic. Thank You Next is everywhere. Seven Rings as well. I really like this album. This is one of my favorite Ariana albums. Let's open her. So I think with this, I conclude my Ariana Grande collection. We need Eternal Sunshine left completed, but we almost have everything. That's crazy. The track list, gatefold. Let's see the 2 LPs. Oh my god. This is another split. This is the clear and pink split. Okay, so this one's different from my everything. Similar. I really like it. Let's see the other one. This split was pretty uneven, but we don't care about that. Like, it's a split. That entire side D is my favorite. This album is one of my favorites, so I'm glad to have it in our collection. We finally diverged from the Ariana trilogy. This specific artist is another banger album back to back, and this is not just like a personal opinion, this is a global opinion. This is one of the albums of the 2010s that has hits back to back to back to back. And when I say back to back, it's like every single song, not all of them, but almost every single song on this album had radio play. Everybody knows it from the back of their head. It's just insane how many hits can be in a single album. We got Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, and boy, this album is indeed a dream. This has 2010 written all over it. Like, my entire childhood is immortalized here, so the fact that we have this is pretty fun. This variant, it is the special pressing. So first we're gonna show the inserts. Katy Perry, credits, Katy Perry, insert. Katy Perry, the woman that you are. It is crazy, the rise and fall. And I almost feel for her if she wasn't like super crazy rich and like polluting space or whatever. This woman did create iconic green. Like, where did her artistry go? It was just fun bops overall. Maybe that just doesn't cut it anymore today, but it's crazy because we need to go back to the basics. These hits nowadays aren't hitting as these hits, and maybe it's bias, maybe it's nostalgia, who knows, but in my personal opinion, it's not hitting the same anymore. Are you kidding me? This has Teenage Dream, Last Friday Night, California Girls, Firework, One That Got Away, E.T. Tell me that these are not classics. I'm happy to add it to our collection. Vinyl is just insanely gorgeous. There are 2 LPs, so they come in 2 different forms, and I'm going to show both of them. So, love this. Love the pinwheel effect. I love it. I love this. The fact that it's ours is even insane. Like, yeah, this one isn't as impressive, but The pinwheel is still pinwheeling. We live. I've been liking this haul so far. We got a bunch of interesting vinyl records to show. So far, if you've been liking this video, please like, subscribe. I would just like to thank every single one of you who has been supporting me so far. Let's continue on with this haul. Moving on to the next rather newer artist. I'm not gonna lie, at first I kinda did not like their vibe because I only knew one song from them. This song is annoying. That specific 20-second TikTok audio is annoying. However, I decided to give her a try, a listen, like a fair shot. I do listen to artists and I'll give them their fair shot because at the end of the day, we're quick to judge, but who knows? There might be some good music on that same album of that song you don't like. And this was the case. We got here Miss Lola Young. I don't hate it that much anymore because I've heard the rest of the song and the rest of the song isn't as bad as that chorus. I heard the rest of the album and this album is surprisingly really good. This is still my favorite album from her. I still like this one more than recently released that I can't say here. This album is so good, especially that side A. That side A is a little bit more like rock, like, you know, I don't want to say hard rock, but like, yeah, I guess you could say that. It's a little more edgy. I like her lyricism. She's very raunchy. She loves being unapologetically raunchy, and I stand that. She don't give a about who is perceiving her. If you hear more of the album, you'll see it's a little bit of projection. I like all the songs, especially Conceited, Crush, and I like. Let's open her though. It is not a gatefold. Got an insert. That's a nice insert. I'm not a big fan of the album cover, but could have chosen better. Okay. This is gorgeous. This feels solid. This feels heavy. Like the typical black LP. Kind of translucent, but it's not. I'm gonna sleeve it back though because I don't want to damage this baby. I am so excited to listen to every single one of these, and this vinyl player is literally holding on to dear life because I use it all the time. If you want to know which specific vinyl player I use, I have a video specifically about that. I play my vinyl records all the time, so I highly recommend you guys get a record player yourselves. This haul has been the haul of the splits. We got K212 by Melanie Martinez. Now this one reminds me of not so good times. It does remind me fondly of the songs that I do like here, which again follow that childish theme, which looking back is a little whack. Regardless, we still like this album a lot. The film she has pertaining to this album is also pretty cool. I'm not gonna mention any specific song on here because I do like them all. The film just ties it all in so beautifully. I just like the storytelling from start to finish. Let's open her. This is the back. Let's open it. This is, I think it's still from the music video. I digress. Let's see the inserts. Oh, there is a whole notebook. It's like a storybook. K-12. Her dedication's insane, by the way. That was pretty lengthy. We appreciate artists who go out of their way. This is pretty exciting. Also, the inside of the insert has like angels printed on them. Pretty cool. I love it. I love when artists do this type of thing. We got ourselves another split. It's the month of the splits. Pretty symbolic if you ask me. This is another pink clear split. I cannot believe I'm saying that sentence because we didn't even have a clear pink split. We didn't even have a clear split a second ago, and now we have like 5. And this was not planned. We just happened to buy all of them coincidentally clear pink, apparently. I really like this album and I cannot wait to spin it. Moving on to the next vinyl we have here. This was a gift as well. Thank you very much. Must admit, this is the album that I least know of hers other than the 2 ones she made when she was a child. This one does have a song I like. Looking at me. Singular Act 2. This is the brunette Sabrina era. We like to see it. Let's open it. I believe like Singular Act 1, this one's not gonna have too much of fancy packaging. Didn't really like her this time. So we have Torn Open, Sabrina Carpenter, Singular Act 2. This is as well a slit. Let's see. This is Extended Black. Showed it for the sake of showing it, but really there's not much. Also, she has a song here with Sweetie. A Singular Act 2 by Sabrina Carpenter. I have nothing else to say about it other than Looking at Me is a bop. Moving on to our next and final artist in this vinyl haul. I really got her album because I wanted Diana Diano's discography one way or the other. Make physical music. Like, I get maybe she has CDs, but I want vinyl. I want vinyl. I really like the song that's there, and Alibi is also there. The pressing is beautiful. We got here Sevdaliza, Heroína. This is her Latin era. She really takes a dig at like Latin culture, the genres and stuff. So she does reggaeton, samba. She also has a feature with Karol G here. It's called No Me Cansaré, and I'm not a huge fan of that one specifically. Still a Karol G feature. Let's open it. This is the back. It's just a slit. The cool insert. She's covered in these candles actually. That's actually pretty sickening. I don't think there's anything else, but we have. Oh my god. Okay. I think this one specifically, like this haul, has been a slam dunk. I have liked every single pressing on here. It is insane. It is red. It's dark red. If you're a vinyl record collector, I highly recommend you check the Spotify sections of the artist. I found it. It was a Spotify exclusive. I continue doing that. I just ordered a Spotify exclusive from an artist I really like, so stay tuned. That would be all for today, or tonight, depending where you are seeing me. Let me know where you're from. I love showing these. I'm gonna continue showing them. If you like seeing this type of content, I make shorts, I make long form type of content. Anything you want, music related, vinyl related, it is right here, baby. If you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. You'll be up to date. That will be all, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're up to this point, thanks so much for the support. I like making these, and I like showing the world my collection, and I shall show more of my collection to the world, to you guys. Thank you very much. Have a blessed one. Make another one of these real soon, so you're gonna want to stay tuned. Bye.